What's going on, everybody? Deshaun Too Raw here, host of the Belts of Boys YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be going over my NBA picks and predictions for tonight's NBA action. Quick recap on yesterday. Absolutely killed the NBA. Clean fucking sweep. Simple as that. Everything that I played yesterday, you guys were in the Discord. You could have got all that completely free, but absolute sweep. Bet on 5 NBA games. Killed on. Had the Utah Jazz to cover. They won. Covered easy. Had Denver +5. They were getting blown out, but then ended up covering late in the game. So absolute masterpiece. Philadelphia +4.5. No sweat. I don't know what the books were thinking. If you went with Philly +4.5 or Philly money line, like I gave out on the channel, you guys made buku's amount of money because the line was just wrong. You know, no Steph Curry, no nobody for the Warriors, and they were still favored about 4.5. I don't give a damn if they at home. Give me Philly off of a back-to-back with travel. I don't give a shit. And it shows. Philadelphia beat the brakes off of them. So big ups to Philly for getting that done for me. So I forget everything that I had. Excuse me. Forget everything that I had, but I know I went absolutely nuclear. Yes. Oh, I had the Knicks -13 against the Wizards, and they absolutely took them behind the woodshed. So hopefully we can have another good day. We got a lot of great games on today. So without further ado, let's get right into it. And speaking of those Knicks, we got the Denver Nuggets at the New York Knicks, 7:00 p.m. EST. Knicks currently 5.5-point favorites, over under 226.5. All right, let's go straight to the injury report right here. Because majority of these teams are playing on back-to-backs today. But we got a great slate of games today. Really, really good matches. For the Nuggets, Cam Johnson, game time decision. Aaron Gordon is out, and Bates is out. For the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson is a game time decision. Josh Hart, game time decision. M. Diawara, game time decision. Miles McBride, game time decision. And Kevin McCullough Jr., game time decision. For the Nuggets, they are winners of 2 out of their last 5 games. This will be their second straight road game. They're currently on a 2-game losing streak. For the Wizards, clean sweep, 5 for 5, no biggie bag. 5 out of 5 wins in their last 5. They're on a 5-game winning streak, as I know it right now. This will be the first matchup between these two teams this season as well. Mind you, both of these teams are coming off of back-to-backs. Both of them are on back-to-backs with travel to Denver. They're coming from Detroit. New York, they're coming from Washington back home. So both these teams not rested. Like I said, in both games, you know, Denver played OKC. I thought it was a good spot for them to cover and or outright win the game. With Yoke returning, they didn't. Then, you know, they went last night. Went to Detroit. I didn't think that they would win the game, but I was like, man, like 5 points is kind of a lot. So I laid it with the Nuggets. Like I said, they were getting blown out in the first half, but then second half came around. They tore up the Pistons in the second half, almost came back and won the game outright, but it's all right. They covered the 5. They lost by 3. For the Knicks, like I said, they had a pretty easy game. Like I said, took Washington behind the woodshed, so that game was fairly over really, really quick. Both of these teams having to play again tonight fairly early. Man, I kind of want the points in my back pocket, so I'll take the Nuggets again. I'm just gonna keep on riding Denver. I mean, I don't see why not. So I'm gonna keep riding Denver. I'll take Denver plus the 5.5. Like I said, you're just gonna give me multiple possessions with the Nuggets. I'm just gonna keep on doing it in the hope that Jokic and Murray can go crazy. Keep an eye on the injury report. Like I said, both of these teams are not rested, so you really got to watch out if they're resting players. Players aren't playing. Like, keep an eye out for the injury report. You know, about 5 o'clock, you should be checking it. again and seeing, okay, who's playing and who's not to give you a perfect determination of this game. But as it stands right now, I will take Denver plus 5.5 in this one. Next game, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves at the Toronto Raptors. 7:30 p.m. EST. Raptors short 1.5 point home favorites over under 225.5. Like I said, there's a lot of great games on tonight. A lot of teams with very good records. Like I said, Toronto 30-21, Minnesota 31-20. So like I said, this is top comp playing against each other. For the Timberwolves, Julius Randle is a game time decision, and Anthony Edwards is a game time decision. Like I said, both of those guys have been on the injury report. I suspect them both to play. They've been doing this thing with their game time decisions and then end up playing. So I expect Julius Randle and Anthony Edwards to play in this game. For the Raptors, Jakob Poeltl is out and Chucky Hepburn is still out. So like I said, the Raptors are fairly healthy. And like I said, Minnesota is fairly healthy as well. For the Timberwolves, they're winners of 4 out of their last 5 games. This will be their 3rd straight road game. They're currently on a 1-game losing streak. For the Raptors, they are winners of 3 out of their last 5 games. This will be their 2nd straight home game. They're currently on a 1-game winning streak. This will be the first matchup between these two teams this season. Do I trust Minnesota on the road? That's the thing for me. Like I said, both of these teams been in decent form their last 5 games. I think this game is going to be very freaking close. Very, very close. I think it's going to come down to the final possession, and it's just which team do I trust more to get it done? And, man, I really just do not know. I really don't know who I trust here. Excuse me, man. If anything, I take the over 225.5. I think that is fairly low. I think both teams are going to be able to score at will. I think this line should be about maybe like 230 at least, about 230. So yeah, I'll take the over 225.5. Like I said, the Raptors, their last game was played on the 1st of February, and the Timberwolves played on the 2nd. Like I said, Timberwolves have come off a loss. They said the Raptors haven't played in 3 days. I'll take Minnesota. Yeah, I'll take Minnesota. I think Minnesota is the better basketball team here, and like I said, I'm not happy about it. I most likely won't bet this game because like I can see this game going either or. If the line does end up changing and one of these teams is getting over a bucket, then I will take them. Like if Minnesota's now favored by 3.5 at like it's 5 o'clock and Minnesota's favored by 3.5, then at that point I'm gonna take Toronto plus 3.5. I'm gonna get over a bucket because like I said, I think this game's gonna go into their final possession as well, just like the Denver Knicks game. This game is very, very hard to predict, but as of right now, I will take Minnesota in this one. Next up, we got the New Orleans Pelicans at the Milwaukee Bucks. Like I said, not every game is going to be a good game, like this shit bowl right here. 8 o'clock p.m. EST, Pelicans, 4.5 point favorites, over under 222.5. When have we seen the Pelicans 4.5 point favorites on the road? Yikes. For the Pelicans, Dickinson is a game time decision, and Murray is still out. For the Bucks, Bobby Portis, game time decision. Kevin Porter Jr., game time decision. Gary Harris, game time decision. Giannis is out, and Taurean Prince is still out. For the Pelicans, they're winners of 2 out of their last 5 games. This will be their 3rd straight road game. They're currently on a 2-game losing streak. For the Bucks, they are 1-4 in their last 5 games. This will be their 2nd straight home game. They are on a 1-game winning streak. They are coming off of a back-to-back. They played last night against Chicago, in which they got a 131 to 115 win. Great win for them. But like I said, they're on a back-to-back. So, oh boy. This will be the first matchup between these two teams this season. I want to lay it with the Pelicans, but it's like, do I trust the Pelicans? I'm going to say yes. So I'm going to lay it with the Pelicans. Like I said, just the Bucks playing on a back-to-back, no rest. Pelicans fired up. They lost a close game to Charlotte, one in which they were absolutely dominating, especially in the first half, but then lost the game in the second half. I think they can come in here and put belt to ass, honestly. I think they have the offensive firepower to hang. I think New Orleans is the better basketball team. If I'm being honest, I think they are the better basketball team. They're fully healthy. Herbert Jones back in the lineup. Trey Murphy. Zion playing well. Yeah. Give me the Pelicans. I'll lay the 4.5. This one. Next game up, another great game right here. Boston Celtics at the Houston Rockets, 8 o'clock p.m. EST. Rockets, 5.5-point favorites. Over under 216 and a half. Very, very low total for this one. For the Celtics, obviously Vucevic not playing. Boucher, he is a game time decision. Man, I'm getting blown up right now. For the Houston Rockets, Dorian Finney-Smith is out. Kevin Durant, game time decision, but I saw that he will be available for this game, so he is probable per ESPN. Steven Adams, obviously he's out, and Fred VanVleet is out. For the Celtics, they are winners of 4 out of their last 5 games. This will be their second straight road game. They're currently on a 3-game winning streak. For the Rockets, they are also winners of 4 out of their last 5 games. They are currently on a 3-game winning streak as well. These two teams have already played once this season. Houston got a 128-101 win in Boston on the 1st of November. See, I like Houston here. They're a very, very good home team. They usually do very, very well at home. Like I said, Boston on the back end of a back-to-back with travel coming from Dallas. I think Houston can get them here. I really do. And with KD back in the lineup, I think they can get them. And, Boston playing against their former coach in Ime Udoka. Give me Houston. 5.5 does seem like a bit much because, it will be a spotlight tonight where you would think that, okay, Boston's on a back-to-back with travel. Houston is the rest of the team. They're getting KD back in the lineup tonight. They're at home where they play significantly better basketball in the Toyota Center. Very good defensive team as well. You would think that they would win this game and cover, but I just have a sneaky feeling that Boston is going to come in here and keep this game close. But I just can't do it. Like I said, off the back-to-back with travel, no rest. Playing last night, KD back in the lineup, Houston at home where they play the best basketball there is. Like I said, Boston's not bad away either. They're 16-10 on the road, but Houston a whopping 17-4 at home. That doesn't mean that they're covering, but they are winning games. So if you want to put Houston in a parlay piece, just take them on the money line. That's a nice little filler right there. But in terms of the spread, like I said, I'm going to lay it with Houston. I'm not in love with it, but like I said, I'm just going with the rest of the team and the home side right here with KD back in that lineup. That's going to elevate them even more. So give me Houston in the 5.5 or any Sengun props. I think Sengun can have a day as well. Next game up, best game of the night. Oklahoma City Thunder at my favorite team, the San Antonio Spurs, 9:30 p.m. EST. Thunder, short 2.5-point road favorites over under 225 and a half. For the Thunder, J-Dub is out. AJ Mitchell is a game time decision. Topic is out and Schwarber's out. For the Spurs, Lindy Waters is out. Stephon Castle is a game time decision, and Jeremy Sochan is out. For the Thunder, they're winners of 3 out of their last 5 games. They're currently on a 2-game winning streak. They're also on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. For the Spurs, they're winners of 3 out of their last 5 games. This will be our second straight home game. We're currently on a 1-game winning streak. San Antonio leads the season series 3-1. So we've already played 4 times this season. San Antonio got a 111 to 109 win in the first game. Then San Antonio got a 130 to 110 win in San Antonio. Then followed that up, San Antonio got a 117 to 102 win in OKC. Then OKC got revenge. They got a 119 to 98 win in OKC, and now we're back in the Frostbank Center. Pure simple for me. Give me the Spurs. Give me them outright money line. I think we win this game outright. It's just that simple. We've had a lot of success against Oklahoma City, and I think that continues tonight. And 2, catching the Thunder on the back end of a back-to-back. I know the Thunder is the most profitable team in the NBA right now, but like I said, they have a kryptonite, and that's the San Antonio Spurs right here. And we're catching them at a really, really good time, especially if we can get Stephon Castle back in the lineup right here. And if he's good to go, I would expect that he will be good to go. I don't think he want to miss this game right here. This is definitely going to be the prime game on tonight. And like I said, there was a lot of people on the injury report for the Thunder last night, and they all ended up playing. So now they all got to come and play in San Antonio, their rivals, on the back end of a back-to-back with no rest, and San Antonio was fully rested. I think, like I said, we got the rest advantage. We got the home crowd with us. We're back in our home gym, even though the Thunder are 18-6 on the road straight up, and we're 17-6 at home. So I think this is going to be a very, very close game. In terms of the total, it's went under that number of 225 in 3 out of the 4 games. It's went under a total of 225.5 in 3 out of the 4. So if you're into trends and stuff like that, may look towards an under right here, but give me the Spurs. Give me us outright money line. We come closer to that 1 seed because, with a win tonight, put us at 34-16 and put OKC at 40-12. So we'll be 4 games out of first place. And like I said, if we finish with the same record, like I said, we have the head-to-head. It don't matter what happens in this game. It do not matter. We've already won the season series. But yeah, give me the Spurs. We're going to take this one tonight. Next up, we got the Memphis Grizzlies at the Sacramento Kings. Another doozy. Boy. 10 o'clock p.m. EST. Kings, short 2.5-point home favorites over under 228.5. For the Grizzlies, obviously they just got Taylor Hendricks and Walter Clayton and Kyle Anderson. Those guys aren't going to play. Scottie Pippen Jr. is a game-time decision, but he is listed as doubtful per ESPN. Santi Aldama, he is a true questionable for tonight's game. Domantas Sabonis for the Kings is questionable for tonight's match. For the Grizzlies, they are 1-4 in their last 5 games. Man, they're coming off a significant homestand. This will be their first road game since the 31st of January. They're currently on a 1-game winning streak, beating up on the Timberwolves at home. The Kings, clean sweep, 0-5 in their last 5 games. They have been getting belt. Granted, their last 5 games, all those games were on the road. Kings played all those games on the road. And if you look at their schedule, at Detroit, at New York, at Philadelphia, at Boston, at Washington, I mean, god damn. They pretty much played all the top brass in the East except for the Wizards. And, I mean, they were getting belt in every game except for at Washington and at Philadelphia. But these 2 teams have already played twice this season. Memphis leads the season series 2-0. Memphis got a 137-96 win in Memphis, and then followed it up. They got a 115-107 win in Sacktown. So no Jaren Jackson Jr. here. Kings, they're favorites for a reason. I know the Kings don't have Ellis anymore, but they still have Sabonis. They still have DeRozan. They still have Levine. They still have Westbrook. They still have dudes on that roster that can play. Now, Memphis's young core showed a lot. They showed a lot. They were playing very, very well, especially against a good Timberwolves team. They were playing very, very well. But like I said, we like Ben Memphis in Memphis. I didn't believe in them last night, and they went and got it done. Well, not last night. On the 2nd of February, they went and got it done. So this one, both of these teams coming off a rest. Like I said, this will be the first home game for Sacramento in a while, like in a very long time. Kings back in the Golden One Center in front of their fans. I'm going to lay it with the Kings right here. I'm going to lay it with the Kings. I'm going to lay the 2.5. I mean, like I said, why not? I mean, Memphis just traded Jaren Jackson Jr., so he's not available. I know they still got Ty Jerome and those guys, but is that enough to be the Sacramento team, a Sacramento Kings team at home? Yes, but I'm not ready to lay I'm not ready to bet on the Grizzlies right now, especially on the road where they've been really bad. So I'm not ready to do that yet. So if they can hold off, wait a little bit, let's see how that young brass does without their top stars like John Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. Let's see what they do. But in this one, I'm going to lean towards the Kings here. I got to. So yeah, give me the Kings in this one. And for our last game of the day, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Los Angeles Clippers, 10:30 p.m. EST. Cavaliers, 1.5 point road favorites, over under 223.5. Interesting thing about these two teams right here, these two teams actually just player swapped. Cleveland sent Darius Garland and a second-round pick to the Clippers for James Harden. Like, what the hell? What the hell is going on? So, yep, both these teams just traded player for player, and now they're playing. So, obviously, James Harden, they have him as a game-time decision. He's not playing in this game. Evan Mobley is out, and Max Strus is still out. For the Clippers, there's Garland. He just got traded over there. He is out. And Washington Jr. is out. For the Cavs, they're winners of 4 out of their last 5 games. They've been finding their form. This will be their 3rd straight road game. They're currently on a 1-game winning streak. For the Clippers, they're winners of 3 out of their last 5 games. This will be their 2nd straight home game. They're on a 1-game losing streak. Cleveland leads the season series 1-0. They got a 120-105 win in Cleveland on the 23rd of November. So with how short this line is, no Mobley for the Cavs. You pit Zubac against Allen. No James Harden. You get Kawhi. I'm gonna go with Cleveland. I just think Cleveland has a lot more, and I trust them here right now. So give me Cleveland. I'll lay the 1.5 with them in our final game of the day. And that's gonna wrap up my NBA picks and predictions. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share these videos. It really helps out with my algorithm, and it gets these videos out to more people like you searching for free picks. Ultimately, the final decision does come down to you, to whether you want to place it or not. Make sure you bet responsibly as well. But I'm here to steer you in the right direction. Just come to Papa. Also, go check out my boy at Marky Picks. He's absolutely killing the player prop scene. Banks are absolutely upset with him right now. They're coming for debt collections because they've been paying him out money and they want it back. So go tap in with him, give him a follow, let him know that I sent you. Also, tap in with the Discord. As I stated at the beginning of the video, I absolutely killed NBA last night. But if you would have been in the Discord, I murdered college basketball last night, went 4-5, and I murdered hockey last night, went 4-5. So I had a parlay, I had a 14-leg parlay with all my picks in there. Went 12-2. Would have hit for 12K. I had SMU money line. They lost 84-83. Tough loss at home. And then I had the Oilers money line at home. They lost 5-2 to Toronto. So almost hit for the 12K, but we're back at it again today. But yeah, make sure you guys tap into that Discord. If you guys want all those plays, get in. I will leave the link to that in my description that features myself and at Marky Picks, all of our personal plays and exclusive only plays as well. Get in or not, but you're missing out on a lot of valuable stuff. Like I said, I'll leave the link to that in my description. All of it completely free. But that's it. That's all. My name is Ashanti Raw, host of the Belts of Books YouTube channel, and I'm out of here.